Hey, it's Doug here from Off the Trails. Chilly day today. It's about 40, I want to say about 43. Windy, partly cloud. It's actually cloudy. And haven't been out here in a few days. Finally got my tripod, which is hands-free. Like I said, I haven't been out here in a couple days. Sorry for the wind if it gets on the camera. The wind's actually blowing this way, so hopefully it doesn't interfere. But I haven't been out here in a couple days because it's been downpouring, like torrential downpour for 2 or 3 days, I think. And the weather's been just wet and nasty. But that being said, I'm back out here probably for another week or so, and then I'll probably be down for a month. But anyways, I want to talk today about synchronicity. Synchronicity, numbers, spiritual awakening, and just stuff that I've been going through spiritually. And did some research on the synchronicity stuff. And I've heard about it years and years ago, like synchronicity and different things, but I never really gave it a thought. But like I said, I think I did another video I was talking about this. It's been like at least 5 months, like towards the whole summer until to now. I've just been seeing the numbers like 1111, 222, 333, 444, 1111, 222, like just more than I should be seeing. It's like, it's like almost like every time I look up at a clock, a digital clock or something like that, it's like 222 or 333. 11:11. Before I go to bed, I look at the clock. It's got those numbers, and it's just been like repeating like over and over. It's every time I look at it, and it's not like it's like surprise. It's like not like I'm not even like thinking about anything. I just happen to just glance up and it's there. So it's not like I'm like constantly watching the clock or anything. It's like sporadic. So I said, wow, that's kind of weird. I keep seeing these damn numbers. Another thing I do too is for the past couple of years, probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, probably about 4 years, I always keep a voice recorder with me for like a journal. A lot of people write in their journals, like just like diaries of the day and stuff they're going through and whatnot. Just like a diary. And so some people like jot, they write it down, whatever. And I just thought this was a lot easier. Just like a digital. And I can push record. So if I'm out walking or hiking somewhere, I can just push record and I can just talk into it. And this one here has 1,100 hours. So it lasts a long time. And just just personal stuff I can reflect back on myself, like stuff I'm going through, and I can look back on and say, wow, I was thinking that time, whatever. But the reason I show you this, I think it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I did a entry on here. I was doing my thing, I was talking, whatever, and I shut it off. And I think that same day I went to listen to it, and I just noticed, I looked down. Actually, let me show you. Just give me a minute here. Well, here's one I did the other day. But the one I was talking about, after the entry, I went back and I was going to listen to it, and the time remaining on it was 11:11, and this one I did was 17:17. See, but let me just find it real quick. Here it is, right here. Okay, so check this out. This was number. Well, this is the entry I did. I think I did this. I think last week, but check this out. I don't know if you can see it on there. But, I mean, what are the chances of that? I mean, 11 minutes, 11 seconds. 11:11, I'm looking at it like...
Well, part two from the last one. I'm still coming home. Fucking hell.
But, I looked at it, I'm like, you gotta be serious. So anyways, talking about synchronicities and just numbers, it's one thing to see like a number, like say for instance like 333, that's kind of weird. But when you see them like every day for the months, and you just see them like through the whole day, like 333, 222, something's telling you something. So anyways, did a lot of research online, read up on it, and what they're saying is it's you're going through a change in life, like a spiritual change, like a spiritual awakening, like your life's starting to change. Of course, the numbers mean different things. Like they said, when you see the numbers, think about what you were just thinking before you saw the numbers, because it's something's trying to tell you something. I mean, look it up on YouTube, like synchronicities and stuff. There's tons of videos out there that people do. But this is like the first for me. I've never experienced anything like this, where it was just like too much of a coincidence seeing it that much, where I'd just be like, I would catch on like, hey, something's going on here. I'm seeing all these numbers all the time, and it's like, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, it could be 3, 4, 5, 6, or it could be, it's just like a synchronicity of different things. But, and they say that 11:11 is like the pillars. You're going into a different time, spiritual, like awakening through your life. You're actually changing. You're going into a different stage in your life. But as you're going into that stage of life, you're actually you're on the right path of where you should be. And it's really funny because I've never seen it before, so I must have been on a wrong road or somewhere, because once I started seeing it, it was like it's telling me that I'm on the right path where I'm supposed to be going. And like 222 comes up. It's like it's supposed to mean something like the grand design of something. But it all reflects on, it doesn't matter what number it is, it all reflects on you're on the right path, and you're just just go with it. Don't kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of just go with the flow with it and stay on the right path and do what you've been doing. And don't ignore it and say, oh, it's a bunch of crap, and just go off into something else. I mean, there is something there, a higher power there that's actually telling you something. So pay attention to it. There's something there. So I want to talk today about that, and I want to talk more about spiritual awakening, and from my sense. And everybody out there is different. Everybody has their own path they want to take. They have their own beliefs, but it all boils down to basically the same thing, because we're all connected in one. Even like being out here in nature, and we're just all connected to everything. Everything has energy. That's why I like coming out here, because there's more. I feel it, and I've always felt it through my life. Sorry about the wind if it's getting on there. It's actually blowing. But I've always felt it through my life, where being out here in the forest or the woods, it's just a higher energy out here with the trees, and it's just very spiritual for me, and I love being out here. It's awesome. And So, root beer barrel. So, synchronicity. Feels good not holding that damn camera. Um, yeah, so seeing numbers. I don't know if anybody out there's seen numbers like that I'm talking about or know anything about it. If you have any suggestions on the numbers or if something that you went through, experiencing in the synchronicity about the numbers and something, write down on your experiences under the video here in the suggestion box or whatever. Let me know because this is all new to me, and like I said, I'm still looking into it and on my spiritual path or whatever. And I want to talk just for a minute about spirituality and being like spiritual awakening. And it's different for everybody, but mine, I have them now and then, but I had one that was really, really, it just hit me. And just, it kind of made me just, actually make me awake. It awoke me. But it was through the summer, it was a beautiful day out. It was gorgeous outside. And it was leaves out. I mean, it's bare now, but of course we're in the end of October. But this was when, I think it was around probably the end of July or something like that, 2017. And I come out here and I was doing my thing and I was walking, hiking and stuff like that. And I just stopped for a minute and I'm looking over this like knoll. And just the way the light was coming in from the trees and stuff, it was just lit the whole forest up. And it was just one of those magical moments where, like a picture perfect, day. And I just sat there and I thought to myself, man, what a friggin' this is a beautiful day. And I just sit there kind of breathing in, all the fresh air and just the sense of all the trees or whatever, pine and stuff. And I just kind of just sat there. And what I did, I don't know how I did it, but I just kind of opened myself up to that experience of taking that in. And I mean, really just opened myself up and just took it all in. And I just felt this instant peace of mind. Like, it was just such a great feeling. I'm just sitting there, like, it's almost like basking in the sun, if you're on vacation or something like that. But it was just something. It was more than that, though. So I said, "Wow, that's cool." Cool experience. And then I was walking out of here. I went home, and then that night, it's like everything that I felt during that day just hit me. It was like I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, I had the TV on. I think I was getting some tea or something like that. And I remember going over and getting some tea or whatever. And it just hit me like boom. I was like, I had this like sensation come over me where it was like such peace. It was like I wasn't worried about anything. Nothing bothered me for that. It was like, I think it was for a couple of hours. I actually felt like I was high. I was like baked, but without the cloudiness. Like it was just like a spiritual awakening. It was trying to think of the word here, like extreme clarity. Like you're just looking like at the bigger picture, of the universe, like or something like that. It was just, you just get the feeling like just like clarity and just peace and like it was just really weird. It's very hard to describe, but it was like, and I've experienced like something like that through my life, but it was never like I don't know. It was really weird, but I just think I really believe it was some kind of spiritual awakening. It was just wow. It was really, and some people have bad experiences like a spiritual awakening. They have like really bad experiences, but like I said, if you come out in nature and you feel when you get grounded and you're in nature all the time, and being in nature grounds you anyways. Like if you're out in it a lot and you're hiking a lot and you spend a lot of time out here, it actually grounds you. It gives you clarity, and man, I tell you, it's almost like it's really cool because I want to experience that again. It's really an awesome feeling. And then people have this like Kundalini experience where they have their chakras and all that, the energy, stuff like that. It wasn't that. It wasn't like a Kundalini experience. It was more of a spiritual awakening. I know what Kundalini is, a spiritual awakening, but it's more like I don't know. It's really weird. It's just like last year I was out hiking and doing all the things I was doing this year, and I felt that kind of peace and grounded and had really good clarity. This year, going into the spirituality type stuff and doing all the stuff I've been doing, it's been like twice as much as it was last year. So, it's just really cool to experience something like that. And my life hasn't been really. It's been crazy because all the experiences, that separated with my wife, going through that, and we just had a huge fight yesterday, really bad. And when we're fighting and stuff, I get really negative. I just get pissed off, and I try not to do that. I try to stay positive with it, but I fucking blew up, And so, anyways, I've been experienced with that. That's why I've been coming out here a lot, is to stay grounded and try and stay positive, stay on that path that I want to be on. Because if I didn't do all this, I didn't come out here and just went to work all the time and just went out and partied all the time and drank, all that shit. I wouldn't be. I'd be just miserable. I'd be miserable. But this has helped me just to be out here. And it's fucking awesome. It's just the experience is just really cool, and I want to stay on this path. But I wanted to make a video today on that, just like the synchronicity numbers and stuff like that. And so if anybody out there experiences like some kind of like synchronicity of seeing the numbers, or like their first time of like any kind of like their first time when they had a spiritual awakening, I want to hear about it, like, because I want to know if it's like the same thing that I went through, in a sense, like just the feeling of it, like, so if anybody out there has any of those experiences, I want to hear back, because it's like it's really cool when you share things back and forth. Say like, hey, I went through this, and this is how I felt, and going through it, and just different experiences, So I'm not gonna make a long video today. I don't think this was too long, but I just wanted to throw it out there. And like I said, deer season's coming up. We're at the end of October now. Deer season's next month, so I won't be out here running around, and because I don't want to get shot. And so I'll probably make some videos at my house, maybe. Hoping to, I want to move. I'm planning on moving because we're separating and stuff like that, but I want to get my own place soon. Hopefully either in the middle of winter or in the early spring, just because of the money reasons and stuff like that. So I'm going to sign off. I don't know when I'm going to have my next video. So if you don't see any videos for a while, that's the reason why. Because I don't want to come out here and get shot. Other than that, I'll probably shoot some at my house, but it's kind of boring doing it at the house. But other than that, yeah. So send me your replies on this, and if anybody's been through like the spiritual awakening, how you felt when you first had it, or like the synchronicity thing. If you're anybody out there seeing numbers, just let me know you've had them too, so I don't feel like I'm the only one going crazy here. So it's all cool though. It's all cool. But I'm gonna head out now, and it's Doug from Off the Trails. See you in the next adventure.